All right, so this will be my first time making a video like this, and the reason why I had to do this is because it's very interesting how the narrative has switched since the Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns fight. Um, I just want to say it's very interesting how people will quickly turn on a fighter that they were just so in love with days ago, hours ago. And that narrative has switched so fast, but I just want people to think about this, like really think about this. Khamzat Chimaev is a wrestler. Khamzat Chimaev had a 4-inch reach advantage. Khamzat Chimaev got a takedown in every round that he attempted a takedown. Yet, despite these things, he did not choose to pick Gilbert off, use his reach. He did not choose to take Gilbert down and control him, even though he had 2 minutes of control time. He did not choose to ground and pound. Whether this is because the massive submission threat of Gilbert or it's because he just woke up and chose violence and wanted to bang. But he threw away his strongest skills, and yet he still won. I want you to really think about that. Like, he threw away his main advantages and won. If you look at all his fights in the UFC, the McKee fight, ground and pound, the Phillips fight, submission, the Li Jingliang fight, submission, the Mershar fight, one punch knockout. You get what that is. But this is his game. His game is wrestling. And he chose, for whatever reason, to stand and bang with Gilbert Burns. And I think that the people that are really disappointed are the people that had so out of this world expectations, thinking that he is untouchable. And you know what this fight proved? He's human. And rational, fans knew that he was human, knew that Gilbert is tough. This just shows that y'all slept on Gilbert. Like, how is this in any way? This is more impressive than if he knocked him out. To me, this legitimized him more than a 10-second knockout. I'll say that. This legitimized him more than a 10-second knockout. Because with a 10-second knockout, you still have questions. What's his chin like? What's his cardio like? How can he go 3 rounds? Can he go to, does he get discouraged when he can't get the knockout? Which I think he did a little bit. Which is why it's even more impressive. He fought so undisciplined, so sloppy, so wild, so out of his element, and still won. He's 27 years old. This is his 5th fight in the UFC. His 11th fight total. And he just fought Gilbert Burns. He was a 25-fight veteran. Fought the who's who. Fought for the title. Like, come on, man. I don't get it. I really don't get it how quickly people will change up on you. And if you want to look into the future, Colby is a matchup. Usman is a matchup. Those are the only 2 people that are probably going to be ranked in front of him now. And me, honestly, I'll say this. This might be a hot take. I think Gilbert is the worst matchup for him in the entire division. And he just got past his worst matchup. Now, I will say Usman, just because of his mind, just because of his toughness, and just because of his explosiveness in the stand-up, is a very big threat to Chimaev as well. But against Colby, it could be interesting. And against Usman, it could be interesting because Khamzat, I think he has the advantage in the grappling. I'm not saying wrestling. I'm not saying particularly wrestling, but I think once it hits the ground, Khamzat is more of a submission threat than Usman and Colby. I don't think that's a wild thing to say. Colby had Masvidal's back for what? How much control time did he have? How long was he on his back? How gassed was Masvidal? Did he even try a submission? How many times did he have Robbie Lawler's back? Did he even try a submission? Does he even train jiu-jitsu? I'm not to be disrespectful. I like Colby as well. He's a very good fighter. But he doesn't even go for submissions. Has Usman submitted anybody? I mean, recently? Any of the top guys? Does he even go for submissions when he has them on the ground? I haven't seen it. Now, this is a key component when you think about the matchup for Colby specifically, but also Usman, is cardio. This is what everybody thinks. His cardio was suspect. Oh, look at him. He's tired. They said he never gets tired, but he looked tired. He's breathing out of his mouth. You might have saw that if you chose to see that. But also what you saw is that Khamzat and Gilbert were throwing nothing but haymakers for 15 minutes. Nothing but explosive punches. They didn't fight smart. Colby doesn't fight like this. Colby fights with pace. Touch, touch, touch. Doesn't throw 100% on shots. You think if Colby just threw haymakers, he would still be fresh? No. It's not even possible. And I didn't see him gassed. I saw him in the end of the third round. He's walking Gilbert down. He was the fresher fighter of the two. So, I just think it could be a lot more interesting. And that this is a plus, 100% plus for both of them. Gilbert's stock goes up. Khamzat's stock goes up. To me, Khamzat versus Colby is a great fight. And also, after seeing this fight and after seeing his other recent fights, Gilbert versus Colby is a fight. It's a serious fight. Because you have to think about when Usman fought Gilbert, how many takedowns did he shoot? Zero. Gilbert was on his back against Chimaev, and he was on his back against Usman. Neither of them engaged because of his submission threat. So here's what they had to do. They had to strike with him. Usman resorted to got a knockout with the southpaw jab, which notably Khamzat also dropped Gilbert with. They had to resort to their power, and they had to walk him down. Now, Colby, you think Colby's going to be able to take him down at will and just play in his... No, nobody is going to play on the ground with Gilbert. And on the feet, Colby's not going to knock Gilbert out. Colby's not going to knock anybody out, I don't think. And this is not a Colby hate. I think Colby maybe won the second fight with Usman and was winning the first fight before he got stopped, in my opinion. So I'm a huge fan of all these guys. But the narrative and the rhetoric that I'm seeing people speak with as if this is some kind of letdown. The number 11 ranked fighter that nobody knew 2 years ago, that went from the new kid in class straight to the final exam, from 11 to 2 in his 5th UFC fight, just won by decision. And this is a letdown? This is a letdown? That's crazy. That is crazy to me. I think the best is yet to come for Chimaev. The best is yet to come. And he took the risk. from 11 to 2, and it worked out. Now, guess what? He's young. He's still, he fought a little undisciplined. Hopefully, that's not something that he's always going to do. Something that you can always get him to fight out of his element. Hopefully, he can round that out in training and maturity. But now, they fast-tracked him, and he's right there. It's Colby and Usman. That's it. So it's time. I mean, there's no more questions. It's time now. It's time for him to show what he really is. And I'm 100% on board. I think he's right where he belongs. I think he's at the top of the division. No, he's not invincible. Sorry, guys. Everybody that's mad at him, everybody that's saying he sucks now, everybody saying that the hype is ruined. Sorry, he's not invincible like you thought. But he's damn good.